everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm just going to give you today a review of Grammar for the Well-Trained Mind. I received this for review from Timberdoodle, so I just want to talk to you all about it and what I thought and how it works. So Grammar for the Well-Trained Mind, I got the opportunity to review the red book. There's 4 books that are available with the Grammar for the Well-Trained Mind, and I received the Well-Trained Mind, the workbook. So I got the red workbook, I got the key for the red workbook, and I got the core instructor text, years 1 and 4. So the purpose of this curriculum, one of the things that they want to accomplish is for you to finish this 4 texts in different colors: blue, red, purple, can't remember the other one. But so for your children or your child to finish all the 4 levels or all the 4 books by the end of their high school career. I'm currently doing this one with my 11th grader. We got to lesson 8. So how this works, each book, there's a lot of lessons in each book, but the purpose is for you to work as much as you can with your child where they are through the workbook. If you have a younger child, there are, let me see how many lessons are in here. It's a lot of lessons. There are 127 lessons in here. So you might not be able to finish this in a whole year. If you have a younger kid, high elementary, middle school, you might, or a kid that struggles with learning and struggles with language arts, you might just get to lesson 1 to 20. Throughout the year. Because the lessons, as you go along, the lessons are long. And I will show you in a second. So for once you finish, like if you're working on the red book and you finish your red book, you use the teacher's guide to go through the red book. There's years 1 to 4. If you are finished with one book and you are able to finish it in 6th grade and you finish a whole book, then you're gonna go to the next color, but you're still gonna be using the same instructions for the next color. The lessons are not gonna get harder, the lessons are not gonna change. The content of the lesson will change, depending on the book, of the color of the book, but you are still gonna be working on the same skills. The levels are not going to change. The lessons are not going to change because you are going to be using the instructional teacher's manual and instructor text every year for the 4 years that you use this. So you do the same lesson. So if you finish this, like I said, in 6th grade and finish all the lessons in the red book, once you move to the next book, you're still going to do the same lesson. You're going to start here with lesson 1 in the core text, but you're going to have some different activities. You might not be able to finish the whole book, and then you might start the next level or the next color. To start it back up at a level at the first lesson. So how this lesson these lessons are set up. There's 3 ways that you learn grammar. The first one will be for your child to learn all the skills. And there's going to be, once you go through these lessons, the lessons are scripted. And once you go through the lessons, your child is going to repeat the rules. Your child is going to repeat all the pronouns, all the helping verbs, anything. So they're going to repeat. You want your child to memorize these things. By the time they go through the 4th book and they're about to graduate, if you go through this whole process, they should be able to know this. So the first be grammar. They're learning the skills. They are memorizing all these rules. Then you go to the next thing and you're going to practice. You're going to practice what you learn. And then the 3rd thing, your child is going to practice what they did in the lesson. Okay, so that's how the lesson is set up. It says here, when you read how the program works, it tells you first, children will have to understand and learn the rules. Second, you need examples for every of those rules, and then your child's going to practice. So this is what the teacher books looks like. And I'm going to go over a lesson here. So I'm just going to show you, here's lesson 4. So in lesson 4, we're doing proper adjectives, compound adjectives, noun combinations. So we go through the lesson, and there's things that says the instructor says, and then what the student says. okay? Instructor, student. So it's very scripted as you go through the lesson. You practice, you review all the the skills that you're learning, and then at the end of the lesson, your child is going to go to their workbook and do the assignment. Okay, this is it is not an easy grammar program. It is a little bit more intense than most. My daughter needs a little help as we work through this, but she does has a learning disability. But we work through it. So that was lesson 4. So I'm going to show you here what lesson 4 would look like. So as you go through the lesson, all the things that your child has to say and repeat are going to be right here in the book. Okay, so as you go, if you say repeat after me, it's going to be right here in the book for them to read. Okay, so it's not just going to be you saying and then trying to remember what to say. So everything is right here in the book. And then once you're done with the lesson, then they'll have their activities to do. Okay, sometimes they might have A, B to do, C, sometimes just, but as the lessons, as you progress through the lessons, it's going to take longer for the lesson to be completed. So that's why it says, like, some of your kids might be able to finish the whole thing in a year, but some if you have a younger or a middle school or a high schooler, that struggles, you might only get through lesson 10. We are only in lesson 8. We did, take a break because we're doing 6 weeks of grammar, 6 weeks of writing, 6 weeks of grammar. So we're only on lesson 8 right now, but we are taking our time, and probably by the end of the school year, we'll be in lesson 20. So I think that's where we're going to be. And grammar for the World Trade Mind, and then we have the key. Okay, so once you should have these 3 things for each level that you get. And just going to show you a little bit more when you go to lesson, as we go along the lesson. So this is lesson 83, okay? And there's a lot of things for the kids to do, okay, for your student to do in there. Okay. So this is very intensive. If you are looking for something that your child can do independently, this is not it. This is very teacher intensive because you have to go through the lesson, everything's scripted. So, if you want something open and go, well, it is open and go. But if you want something that your child can do more independent, this might not be it. But if you have a child but if you want to sit down with your kid and you want to work through this in lessons with them, and take your time through grammar, this is a perfect curriculum for them. Okay, so this is from the Well-Trained Mind, so it's part of classical education. So this is how the classical education is built. So that this is why the program is the way it is. So yeah, so I hope this was helpful, and I'll put a link below where if you are interested in purchasing this, and or learn a little bit more, you're able to find it. Okay, so grammar for the Well-Trained Mind, and I review the red book. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.